Listen, man. Gunna got exposed in this story. You got exposed. A rapper from New Orleans. Matter of fact, not from New Orleans. It's a rapper from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He feels like Young Thug and Gunna is taking his movement. He started the spider movement. They got spider chains. They spidered out. We all know Young Thug got the snake thing going on. I don't know what it is with these guys, with these insects and reptiles, but this is their thing. So he comes at Gunna. He puts out a video. They have Gunna on Crime Stoppers. It looks like he was a child or something like that, probably a teenager, explaining on Crime Stoppers how his cousin has been arrested for a crime that he did not commit. A crime that he did not commit. He's in prison for that his friend actually committed and doesn't want to come forth and says that he actually did this crime. Now, my question to you is, do we hold Gunna accountable for this action, even though he was one, young at the time, and two, I mean, Gunna doesn't come across as the type of like the typical gangster rapper. You know, he comes across as a more of a guy who likes to be around, you know what I mean, like the females and likes to dress and all that. Like, for example, the last song I heard from Gunna was, I believe it was called Baby Birkin. He was talking about like the small Birkin bags, the purses and shit like that. Like most gangster rappers is not gonna name their song Baby Birkin. They're not gonna rap about purses. They're not gonna wear purses. You know, these are the new age gangster rappers that we are talking about. Like, these dudes are not gangster rappers. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Styles P is a gangster rapper. Mobb Deep are gangster rappers. CNN gangster rappers. Fat Joe used to be a gangster rapper. Remy Ma, gangster rapper. Papoose, gangster rapper. Casanova, gangster rapper. Even though he trying to go into other things, but he's a gangster. Even Fabulous, even though he makes a lot of chick records, he's considered a gangster rapper. Even though a dude like Joe Budden is no, Joe Budden's not a gangster rapper. What the fuck am I talking about? Griselda, gangster rappers. These are gangster rappers. Who the fuck? Gunna does not fit in that category in no shape or form. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I don't follow Gunna enough to know if he actually considers himself a gangster. If he ever said that I'm a gangster in an interview or something like that. I don't believe street rules will apply to him. If he's actually a civilian, if he never did anything, if he never sold no drugs, if he's not in the streets, if he did music his whole life, if anything of that nature, then he's a civilian. Know what I mean, like we can't pick and choose. Like, we have to have rules with this. Like, if he says, yo, I'm a gangster, if he was with all that type of shit, then yeah, he would be considered a fraud. But I never seen that from him. I never seen him talk about, I'm a gangster this, I'm a gangster that. Even though his name is Gunner, that could mean something else. I don't know. You feel what I'm saying? All I'm saying is, he doesn't come across as a gangster guy. He comes across as a guy that likes to get dressed. He comes across as a guy who spends an extremely long time in front of a mirror. He comes across as a guy who gets manicures and pedicures. He comes across as a guy who always carries blistex, who always has an umbrella handy. He comes across as a guy who goes to Starbucks a lot. You know, one of them type of guys. That's what he come across as, not as a gangster. He doesn't look like he ever owned a pair of Timberlands before. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't come across as that guy, man. So I wouldn't consider him a gangster. So if he told that's on him, I wouldn't hold that against him. Just know, man, you can't make no gangster records from here on out. If you all that shit is out the window. You feel what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't talk no gangster shit about how you'll shoot somebody and none of that. Because niggas know already you ain't doing none of that. Like, so that's the only thing that fucked him up from now, man. And Uncle Murder, man. I'm gonna make a whole nother video on Uncle Murder, man. But you's a wild boy. Tell you, Uncle Murder's a wild boy, man. All I hope, man, is that niggas fuck with your music outside of the yearly wrap up, man, because you're a dope artist. And I think niggas should fuck with your shit outside of the wrap up, because too many motherfuckers only fuck with you for the yearly wrap up, man. Don't turn into mad skills, Uncle Murder, man. I know you stole this shit. Niggas don't even listen to Mad Skills shit. Mad Skills stopped his shit in 2007, man. Shout out to Uncle Murder, shout out to Gunna, man. Shout out to Mad Skills, shout out to all them niggas, man. I'm out, man.